we challenge them to a basketball game.
You're not scared of them, are you, Michael?
I am Kazam. Then there's that free throw shooting Laker fellow, Kabang. I mean Kazam. What's funny?
We need your help!
Chicago needs you, Michael. Hollywood wants the leading role.
I think we should forfeit.
What's the matter? Your tongue is broken? Don't turn your butt on me! Ready? Let's play some basketball.
West of downtown Chicago, the United Center. And the starting lineups for the Lakers tonight: Nick Van Exel and Eddie Jones in the backcourt, Jerome Kersey for Cedric Ceballos, Shaquille O'Neal and Eldon Campbell up front. They come in 18-7. They are 7-5 on the road. The Chicago Bulls will start Ron Harper and Michael Jordan in the backcourt. Scottie Pippen, Bill Wennington, and Dennis Rodman back for the second game after serving that 2-game suspension. Will start tonight. Wennington back in the starting lineup, having given way to Robert Parrish. And let's check in with Greg Sager.
Doc Rivers commented earlier on guarding Shaq by committee. All week, Phil Jackson's been downplaying the possibility of Dennis Rodman being the head of that committee. Tonight, he confided to us he did not want to give Rodman the added mental burden. But Rodman is up for the task. He told me tonight he has his most success against Shaq when he antagonizes him, throws him off his game by being physical, going toe-to-toe. But he also confessed that can lead to foul trouble. As for his behavior after serving that 2-game suspension, the profanity-laced tirade in the post-game locker room, Rodman says he will try to keep his cool, but he stopped short of guaranteeing it. Vern?
All right, Craig. There's a man whose latest do looks a little bit like a bowl of sherbet gone sour.
Yeah, it really has. I tell you what, he's good at antagonizing people. I tell you, he's really good at that.
Dick Bavetta, Hank Armstrong, and Greg Willard are the officiating trio tonight. This the first of 2 meetings. These two teams 6-6 in this decade. And last year, the Bulls handed the Lakers 2 defeats, winning here by 10. And then that memorable February 2nd game in Los Angeles when Magic Johnson returned to the court. Michael and the Bulls came in. Chicago 20-3. They lost at home to Miami on a Saturday night. On Sunday went to Toronto and got thumped by the Raptors. Since then have won 3 in a row. The Lakers 7-5 on the road, but they have won 5 in succession, and they have a 2-game edge over the Seattle Supersonics in the Pacific Division. O'Neal gets the tap, and it's in the hands of Nick Van Exel. Ron Harper will pick him up defensively. So that puts Jordan on Eddie Jones. Rodman has Campbell for the start, O'Neal and Bill Wennington.
And if you want to watch someone very early in this game, you should watch Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel. Nick Van Exel has shot 75% in the first half, or in the first quarter, in his last 5 or 6 games. That's an amazing statistic.
75% on 21 of 28, and he's averaging 11 points per game in the first quarter of those 5 games.
The other 3 quarters are in trouble right now.
I wasn't going to bring that up. Jordan, fade away. Rodman can't control it, dives out of bounds into the crowd of photographers, and that will be Los Angeles ball. That first basket by Eddie Jones.
You can see Dennis Rodman into it already with his effort. Great effort by Dennis Rodman, and that's what he plays on. Obviously, great athletic ability, but it's his effort that wins games.
Van Exel for 3. There's what you were talking about.
Yeah, he's deadly. You know, there's a lot of reasons why, but one is teams concentrate so much on Shaq.
At the other end, Scottie Pippen cans a 3, and it's a 5-3 ball game. Talking to Bill Harris this morning about why Van Exel has found the magic in the last 5 games. And he just kind of nodded and said, well, that's just Nick.
I think what he was saying is he wants Nick to do that for 3 more quarters.
Van Exel by Harper. And he loses it. It's a 3-on-2 break. Harper in the middle, takes it all the way, and the board goes in the hands of Eddie Jones. Here come the Lakers, 2-on-2. Van Exel dips it off underneath, and a foul is called on Ron Harper. Nick Van Exel in the last 5 games. Points, 12, and then look at the last 3 quarters. And the 3-point field goals have been amazing in the first quarter. Now Eddie Jones at the free throw line.
The concentration is the highest at the beginning of the game. You're as fresh as you will be at the beginning of the game. And everyone's thinking about Shaq at the beginning of the game, so it's smart for Nick to try to get off to a quick start.
Eddie Jones gets them both. And it's a 7-3 ball game. Now Pippen, Mercy runs at him. Michael Jordan with the offensive rebound. Rodman gets his first offensive board, finds Wennington open for the jumper and gets it.
And the way to beat the Bulls, obviously, is out rebounding them. That's what Miami did. That's what Toronto did. The Lakers are going to have to do that. And they're going to have to do a better job if they're going to win this game.
Here's Shaquille O'Neal, his first shot. Rebound in the hands of Ron Harper. And the Bulls with a chance to tie it in the early going.
Hey, Whitburn, watching Ron Harper run up and down the court right now, and this has to be a reason for concern. His knees look like they are really bothering him.
There's a block, a clean block from Eldon Campbell. Take a look at Rodman on the offensive board a moment ago.
You know he's going to be there, and he's going to just out-effort you every time. He thinks the ball belongs to him. That's why Charles Barkley, they're great rebounders.
Campbell. Double comes from Michael Jordan. Eldon Campbell. Here's Harper with another rebound. And another chance for Chicago to tie or take the lead on this possession. Rodman.
Go ahead.
Eddie Jones has him. And Pippen goes over Jones for 3.
Oh, he's so smooth. He made that look so easy. That was not easy.
Tied at 7. Van Exel. Another 2. An acrobatic deuce.
Yeah, and Ron Harper has his hands full. Nick Van Exel is so quick. Ron Harper looks like he's favoring his leg a little bit. That could be a problem.
Wennington. Oh, he can shoot it.
He really can. And it's a nice matchup with him on Shaq because he's going to take Shaq away from the bucket.
Yeah, it's the jumper with Bill Wennington. That's how he's made his living in the league.
Yeah, it really has, and it takes the big man away from where he wants to be, and that's underneath.
Ball will be inbounded by Eddie Jones. Jackson said he was going to start with the matchup with Harper and Van Exel and see how things went. Eldon Campbell off the glass for 2.
Tell you what, when I was in San Antonio, that was the matchup we feared. Dennis could guard anybody else in this league except for Eldon Campbell.
Really?
He had huge games against us because he's bigger. Eldon Campbell loves shooting over guys that he's bigger than.
Off the glass for Jordan's first basket. And we're tied once again at 11. O'Neal. Back to Eddie Jones for 3. Campbell with the offensive rebound, strips away and knocked out of bounds by Michael Jordan.
You know, everyone's talking about the inside game of the Bulls, missing Luka Longley. They can go inside by posting up their guard, Michael Jordan, or their small forward, Scottie Pippen.
Back it goes to O'Neal. The little jump is good. And a 2-point Los Angeles lead again. Now Jordan at the other end. Finds Wennington. This one won't fall. Another offensive board for Rodman, though. Pippen thought about a 3. Goes by Kersey. Scoop shot, no. Rodman can't control it. It's out of bounds against Van Exel.
Good call. Good call. They both were fighting for it. It hit Van Exel last. That's a nice call. You can see it right there. Both out of bounds, but Van Exel was the last guy who touched the ball.
Pippen. Wennington. Deadly.
Yeah, he is. And guys don't want to come out there. Not only do they not like that, you can see Shaq, he just stood there. He said, I'm going to give the guy the shot. If you give him that shot, he's going to make it.
Luke Longley, you saw reacting. Luke expected back in January. Suffered that shoulder problem while body surfing in the Pacific Ocean. Nice move, baseline for Shaquille O'Neal. You know, it was interesting. Del Harris was saying this morning, well, let's go back and take a look at this.
He's just bigger. He gets that great position uses his body. The one thing I'd say to Bill Winnington, if you know he's going to score, you got to foul him before he can get the basket up. Make him earn it from the free throw line.
Time has been called. Chicago Bulls use a timeout. So we are Knots with 7:07 to go in the first quarter, 15-13. Lakers lead by 2. Miami with a 2-game lead over New York. The Knicks haven't lost since they were thumped at home by Miami 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, they're playing good basketball. I think a lot of people right now